Well, good morning, Storehouse family. Here is your video update for the month of October. The first one is concerning our family gathering. Our family gathering is what we call our members' meetings. And so we have one scheduled for Sunday, October 23rd, immediately following service. This is at the incubator, and we're going to have lunch catered and ready for us to go. We have a lot of things to unpack at the members meeting, one of which are going to be the affirmation of new members who just completed the members class this past month. In the next week or so, I'm going to give you another email with their names so that you can be praying for them as they finish the last few steps of their membership process. We're going to be looking at a few elder candidates that have come forward over the last several weeks. Over the last several weeks, there have been a couple of men who have come forward to work through what we call gospel eldership and their call to aspire to elders. I'll talk more about that Sunday. We're also going to be looking at individuals who are praying and considering going through our diaconate training. So we have a lot of things that are actually happening on October 23rd for this family gathering. So please make sure that you make plans to attend so that you're there, so that you see all of the things that are going on. I'm sure I'm missing one or two of those things. I will give you a heads up the week before, just so that you're aware of everything that we're going to be covering at the members meeting. Once again, October 23rd, that's a Sunday, immediately following service. We're going to have everything catered and ready to go. For your next update, this is concerning the ladies. In the event that you were unaware, we have our women's retreat scheduled for November 4th through the 6th. Now, many of you have heard about it if you have been joining the women's gatherings over the course of this past year, as our ladies have been working through a study on the Trinity. In the event that you have been unable to attend, please visit our website, storehousemcallen.com, to learn more about the women's retreat. That includes pricing, location, and obviously the dates, right? November 4th through the 6th. And there'll be a registration link for you on the website. So once again, storehousemcallen.com, women's retreat, November 4th through the 6th. And for you gentlemen, if you're wondering, are we going to have a men's retreat? We are. We're actually going to be working on the planning of that this coming week. So more details on that at another time. For your third update, this is really just an update on the building and everything that's happening. In the event that you weren't at church on Sunday, one of the things that I mentioned, actually this was 2 weeks ago, is that we were able to receive an extension at the incubator through November 1st, giving us about 5 additional weeks to begin moving out of the incubator and into new spaces. And some of you might be wondering, new spaces, where are we going? Well, one of the things that is for certain is that we've already signed a new lease on a new office space just south of the incubator, right in our neighborhood. The office space is about the size of our office space now, with the inclusion of bathrooms and a kitchen. So that works out really well. This new office space is not only where we will be officing out of, but this is where we're going to be doing classes, workshops, trainings, and a bunch of other similar things. As far as our Sunday space goes, we are still working with Valley Community Church and going to be meeting with First Baptist Church McAllen. Right now, Valley Community Church seems to be the church that is on board, willing, and ready to bring us in or fold us in for a Sunday afternoon service. We don't have all of the details yet. My hope, my prayer, is that we finalize all of that this coming week. At the time that you're watching this video, my hope is to begin finalizing all of that this week so that we're ready to go for the first Sunday of November. Until then, we're going to continue to meet at the incubator. And for your final update, this has to deal with giving. So I have some good news, I have some hard news, and then I have some real news. And so here's the good news, right? Actually, let me take that back. Let me start with the hard news. The hard news is this, because it's something I've already been mentioning. After July, our giving has dropped about 25%. Now, with that being said, that's unfortunately a little normal concerning churches and the summer months. Usually when it comes to giving in the summer months, it tends to drop. And so after July, our giving has decreased about 25%. The good news is that overall, when we consider the entire year, giving is up 12% from last year. So praise God for growth. Praise God for your generosity. What does that mean for us as we move forward, particularly with the transition, as we incur new costs and transition costs? Well, here's what it means. What it means is from here to the end of the year, giving needs to increase by about 33% so that we make budget for the end of the year, so that we finish well at the end of the year. When it comes to what that number looks like, for us, it looks like $15,000 a month, right? That's what we've budgeted so that we would finish the year well. So once more, if you have been giving, thank you so much for your generosity. Really, it means a lot. It continues to push the mission that is Storehouse McAllen forward. Would you prayerfully consider giving more? Beg the Lord. Seek the Lord. Come together as a family. Seek counsel. Is this something that you could potentially, possibly do? Increase your giving should the Lord compel you to do so. And if you have not been giving, let me encourage you, let me exhort you as your brother and pastor to give generously, to give faithfully, to give regularly. Right? One of the things that I mention most often is that giving begins with what we understand about grace. And so depending on what you understand about grace directly affects something like giving. Therefore, when it comes to giving, and if you haven't, would you please do so? You can register or sign up, storehousemcallen.com/give, and you'll get all of the details on how to take care of that online there. Well, Storehouse family, those are all of the updates that I have for you for the month of October. I'm pretty sure I've missed one or two things, but as the weeks come in, you'll be hearing from me a little bit more. So just to recap, that's everything from the members meeting, which we call our family gathering, October 23rd, right after service. The women's retreat, November 4th through the 6th. The building update, we already have a new office space. We're going to begin moving into that this week, if not the following. And we're still working with Valley Community Church and First Baptist McAllen. Finally, giving, right? Giving needs to increase by 33% as we walk into the last portion of the year. It's crazy to think that it's already October. God has been so good to our church. God has been faithful. May He continue to do so as we proclaim the gospel, live life together in community, and equip the saints for the work of ministry. Storehouse, I'll see you later. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week.